Hello and welcome, beautiful soul, to this presentation where you will discover how to expand into soul evolution. So, this is for you who sees yourself as a conscious leader who is here to lead others, maybe through work, maybe through being a parent, maybe just leading yourself and being an example for change in the world. You who is a spiritual deep diver, you who has been into personal growth for a long time and now is ready to take your next step. Because what you will learn here in this presentation is how to align with your purpose and live the life of your dreams by freeing yourself, releasing old stories, radiating your truth, expressing your gifts, and serving others without controlling, struggling, or playing small, even if you don't have extra time. So I'm speaking with people daily who has a lot of things on their plate. Maybe they have a full-on family and work life. Maybe they have a lot on their plate. And if that's the case, that's perfect. It's beautiful. So what you will learn here is not something that you add on top of your life. This is something that we put underneath that will carry you and just make everything you do even better. Like it will enhance your life and all aspects of your life. So, for example, your work life, your finances, your relationship to yourself, to others, your connection to life. Everything will benefit and flourish from this work. So, I will I will share with you a presentation so that you can follow along. So, evolve your soul. What is that all about? So, if you're anything like me, you just know that you are meant for more. That you know that life is not about just coming to a certain point and just stay there, like plateau your life. Like life is about this continuous expansion, right? To grow, to learn, to expand, to enjoy life, right? That is how we are evolving. Like that is why we're here to evolve our soul. And that is how we are in alignment with our purpose. So we have this inner purpose of growth and expansion, and then we have this outer purpose, which might be, in your gifts that you're here to offer the world. So I'm sure you feel it inside of you that there is something that wants to come out of you, that wants to be expressed through you, right? So that is exactly what this presentation is about. So this is the reason why life gets so complicated and confusing and challenging. Like this is what it boils down to. So what happens is that life is coming in, and if you would just be open, then everything that you're looking for is right there. This feeling of flow, a flow of energy, a flow of inspiration, a flow of joy, a flow of peace. This fulfilling feeling lays in the openness. Because why? Because then when we open, then this life force energy is free to move through us. And growth happens by itself, healing happens all by itself, alignment happens all by itself. So if we would just be open, everything would just happen naturally. But that is not the case, right? We are not always open. So what happens? We're closing down. And why do we close down? Because we have a bunch of stuff laying in the way. This is the filter that I talked about. So life has to pass through this filter. And if life doesn't match our filter, then we're closing down. So, in other words, if life that doesn't match our model that we have created in our own head of how we believe life should look like in order for me to be happy, in order for me to be peaceful, in order for me to be safe, you know, there's criterias that life needs to tick. So if life is ticking these criterias, then we're open and then we feel this expansion, like, wow, yeah, you know. But if it's not matching, then we're closing down. And so what happens with energy? So the energy is not allowed to come through. The energy gets stuck because we are contracting. And this stuck energy, it gets stored into our backpack. That is already quite heavy, right? I mean, you know it, like you feel it. There is things inside of you, and you know that. And I used to run from this my whole life. For years, I was taking steps. Like I thought that I got somewhere, but actually I was running from my own shadow. So the shift happened when I I stopped and I opened myself up. So so this is what it's about. This is the thing. Um, and when I call it being open AF, to be open, to open our mind, to open our heart, but also aligned, like to align with our truth, with the truth of us, and free ourselves from the old story, from the stuck energy that we carry. So that is what it means to be open AF. But if we can just be open AF, everything will just align for us. Everything just comes to us exactly when we need. And that is a journey, of course. But it's easier than what you might think. So as I said, just a few months in, after working with my backpack, I started to feel this shift. So that's something we can start working on today. So you can reach out to me, you can book in a call with me, and we can talk about it. But that's something, it's something like the more we are working from the root and are allowing the energies to be there, the more these energies are being liberated from us, and we are becoming lighter and lighter every single day. And it's an example of that is one of my clients, Ursula. She came to me. She constantly were there for others. She was fixing it for others all the time. All of a sudden, eye on others, but she forgot herself. And she felt so stuck. She felt there was some more inside of her that wanted to come out, but she felt stuck. So we started to work together, and I guided her to the root, and we were clearing away things that was laying there. It was really profound, like this deep trauma stuff. That is one of my specialities, to hold people through that process, and that's something that I just love because I see the transformation in the person. I see it in their body, in the face, in the like their whole being is relaxing, and she could feel it physically in her body, like her spine was opening up. So her body language was changing throughout this months we were working together. And suddenly, like she didn't give a shit about what other people thought anymore. She she was herself. She was following her truth and her calling, and it just happened by itself. It was so beautiful to see, from this contractedness to this openness. And it happened in just a few months. So it's possible for you. So that's something we can do today. Imagine you living without your backpack. Imagine you becoming lighter every single day when you go to bed. You're a lighter being because you have purified the stuff laying in the way. The old energies, you're lighter. So more life force can travel through you. So that's possible for you. So that is the next step. So we need to learn to let go of our control and trust life. But at the same time, have the discipline, to stay there, even if it's uncomfortable to stay. And I give you a lot of keys for that, like keys to open yourself up, right? Because if you're avoiding yourself, if you only focus on the light, some it happens in the spiritual communities that some people are only focusing on the light, and they're doing affirmations, they're doing positive thinking, they're trying to manifest their dream life, like from this place, but actually they're bypassing their stuff. So it's a little bit like a hot air balloon that wants to go up. Like you want to go upwards. You want to feel this feeling of expansion. You want to feel that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's in a way we are longing home, right? We are souls in these physical bodies, and we are longing home. So that is the evolution. What it's about. But if we are bypassing our shadows, it's a little bit like this hot air balloon is just bouncing a little bit. If you would just look down, you would see that you're still tethered to the ground, and the tethers they are that is the stuck energy. That is your backpack. Like you cannot ascend with a heavy backpack, right? You need to work with those things, and it's very beautiful to have someone holding you in that process. It's very beneficial because it's tricky to see our own blind spots, right? So that is where I'm coming in. That is what I love to help people with, to just hold them with with compassion, and guide them a little bit deeper, like so that we actually can clear away the stuff. So the reason why we are closing down is because we are resisting, right? So we are resisting life to come through. And I had a talk with a woman. She booked in a free session with me. That's what you can do also if you click the link below. You can book in a free session with me. And she felt that she wanted to do so much, but her energy was not really lasting for that. Like she had her regular job, and she had her kids, her children, and she talked to me about, like, yeah, if I only could go to bed a bit earlier, if my daughter would go to bed earlier, I could get more sleep. If I would eat a bit better, if I would take care of my body a bit more, like then I would get some more energy. That was her mindset that she was in. That was her solution. And I said, yes, that's amazing. All of these three things are really good. And there is yet a deeper layer to this, and that is resistance. So there is nothing more draining for us than when we are resisting the reality as it is. So when we are trying to squeeze life into our little model that we have created in our head of how life should be, it doesn't work because life is huge. and, and yet that is what we're doing all the time. We're trying to control life. We're trying to fix life to be in the way that we want. And if it doesn't match externally or internally, if it doesn't match what we want, how we want it, then we are resisting it, and then we're just in this negative loop, getting more and more stuck, right? We are in the old story. The old story is running us from underneath. So, so I said that. Work with your resistance. And she did. And, you know, the days afterwards, like it was like a week or 2 weeks after, she had this breakthrough and win and breakthrough and win, like after each other. She was just growing so much because of this 30-minute call with me, because she got the keys, and then eventually she decided to work more with me. But that is the power of this work. So it's something like you can experience a huge shift in just a very short time. And then we're coming to like the main reason. The main reason why we close down is because of fear, right? Fear is driving us from underneath. So most people on this planet, we are being run by fear. We are doing the actions we're doing because of fear. We are not going for our truth because of fear. We are not following our highest calling because of fear. And then we're missing the point. Like we are here for a reason. We're here to share our unique magic with the world. So you cannot evolve your soul if you are acting from fear. So I had one client, her name is Rachel, and she came to me and she said that she knew that she wanted to go for her Reiki business and share her shamanic practices with the world. But nothing happened for year after year, like nothing happened. Why? Because she was so afraid of taking that leap. She was so afraid of leaving that illusionary safety from a 9 to 5. But that drained her, like that, like it was suffocating her soul. So we started to work together. And I was guiding her to the root of her fear. And she was alchemizing that layer by layer. And this deep trust emerged from within her, like this connection that I'm talking about, this connection to her. She started to feel that. She could tap into source. Not just something that happened randomly once in a while. That was something she could do on command. She could connect with that space. And so she got anchored in that safety. And you know, one day, like 2 months in or something in our program, she wrote me and said, I did it now. I was sending in my notice for work, so in 2 weeks I am free. And after that, she was just flying, and she still flies. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful to see because she's really radiating her truth, and everything just aligns up for her. Like so, she's working full time with this now. So that's possible for you. So what is it that you are longing for? What is it that your soul is here to create? It's time to take that step. So if it's not now, when is it? When is it? So this is how you are aligning with your purpose and are embodying the life that you're here to live, the life of your dreams, to learn to stay open regardless of what is happening. So if you're resonating with this, if this is like, oh my goodness, you feel it in your body, then book in a call with me. There is a link below, and 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 I'm there for you. We will explore together. It will just be an open-hearted conversation together to see what are you longing for? What is it that you're here to bring to the world, and what is standing in your way? And I can help you to go to the root of that so you can take your next soul aligned step with ease. And this is something that works for everyone. Because even if you feel that you're wondering like, oh, but you've been trying so many things, like you did so many programs already and so on, and like if this self-doubt's kicking in, then this is completely different because now we're taking away you from the picture. So you're just bound to have massive shifts and transformation. It just happens by itself. If we just get out of the picture, it happens by itself. So this is possible for you. You can do this. So if you feel that spark in your heart, that curiosity, I would love to have a talk with you and to see what happens, to flow together and see what happens. See if this program is right for you. What I do know is that this works. This works because I see this in myself. I see that in every person I'm working with. This works. So this is for you who wants to take the next step, who wants to deepen yourself into the practice and use every moment of your life to free yourself. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? And the more we free ourselves, the more our gifts naturally are being radiated out of us. It happens all by itself. And relaxation spreads in the body because you've realized that you are whole and complete inside of you. You get to embody that knowing. So that's what this is about. So I hope this resonates with you. I'm so excited for you and your journey. And book in a call with me if you feel a resonance. I send you all the love, and let's talk. Okay, enjoy. Bye bye.